Welcome back to Dark Corner's Horror Smackdown. We love all these films, but not everyone does. So in round 3, we're playing Devil's Advocate. Views expressed here do not necessarily reflect those of Dark Corners or its affiliates. Match 55. Alien versus King Kong. Name the characters in Alien. There's only 7 of them. This shouldn't be hard. But beyond Ripley and Ash, most people would struggle to even describe the others in more detail than the black man, the other woman, the captain, John Hurt, and the skinny guy in the cap. That's because they are not so much characters as disposable bodies for the alien to mow down. And while the acting may be many steps above that found in the B-movies that inspired the film, that does little to address the problem of the interchangeable characters. Ripley only stands out because of the gender switch and was more realised and fleshed out in Cameron's action-packed sequel.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Frequently referred to as a haunted house movie in space, Alien does little to subvert the genre, right down to a freaked-out cat. In fact, the movie rattles through the stock clichés at an alarming rate. Jump scares. No one believes the warning.
Listen to me. If we break quarantine, we could all die.
Could you open the goddamn hatch?
Secret bad guy, who then goes on to explain the whole evil plan.
Bring back life form. Priority 1. All other priorities rescinded.
More jump scares. Scared girl cries. Black guy gets killed. And of course, when everything settles down with the assumption the alien is dead, think again. Coming off the back of other sci-fi hits, Alien is neither as entertaining as Star Wars, as character-driven as Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or as thought-provoking as 2001: A Space Odyssey. Alien is simply a fairground ghost train. We are transported from set piece to set piece, tension built up by ominous soundtrack and darkness before... It's a great ride, no doubt about it. But the film, like space, is cold and empty. Obviously, there are things in King Kong that date the film. The effects, though brilliant for their time, are still a learning curve. Kong's fur constantly ripples, showing the fingerprints of the animators, a problem that will be fixed in later films thanks to a rubberized hair invented by George Lofgren. Kong's size changes from the jungle to New York, a deliberate decision to make him impressive in any given location. Some of the attitudes have dated as well.
All time me. Someday me go back China, never see no more potato.
From the white woman-obsessed natives
He's
offering to trade 6 of his women for Anne.
to the women themselves.
I guess you don't think much of women on ships, do you?
No, they're a nuisance.
The less said about the romance scenes, the better.
Say, I guess I love you.
All that said, Kong remains impressive. The natives have far more dignity than in either remake, and Anne is a surprisingly strong heroine.
Well, after all he's done for me, I'd take any kind of chance for him.
To modernise, the biggest question is, what the hell sort of film is Carl Denham making?
Listen, I'm going out and make the greatest picture in the world.
A hugely successful filmmaker who seems to work without a script or any idea of what he's going to shoot, but rocks up with a single camera, no crew, and one actress whose only qualifications are that she's pretty and can scream. On the other hand, this is pretty much how director and producer Cooper and Schertzak made their earlier films.
Mr. Denham makes those pictures of those darling monkeys and tigers and things.
The bottom line is, playing devil's advocate with King Kong would be damn near impossible if this weren't a horror smackdown. It's not a horror film, even when it wants to be. Kong clearly wants to horrify. But great horror films are the ones that get under our skin and make us scared.
Well, I was a little scared.
A ghost film makes you scared of being alone. A serial killer film makes you scared of everyone. Even a vampire film seems plausible enough to make you nervous of the shadows. But a giant ape? You just don't think you're ever going to come across one. Of course, horror can also work by putting characters we care about in danger. But Kong never seems a threat to Anne. In fact, he protects her. The characters who die are invariably nameless extras.
An adventure in which 12 of our party met horrible death.
As a film, it's a fabulous fantasy. But as horror, Kong fails to frighten. Let us know what you think of these criticisms. Are they fair? Did we miss anything out? Most importantly, let us know which films should move on into the next round.